I love my New York Giants. This is Giants Corner, hosted by yours truly, Hall of Fame worthy. Like I said before, like I always say, I'm not an analyst. I just love my New York Giants. And since I love my New York Giants, let's talk about them. I ain't been wanting to do videos or these last couple of weeks. Like I always say, I'm not mad, but versus the Saints, now versus the Ravens, losses back to back. Gano almost got us the dub. The kick was blocked in the Saints game. Couldn't stop the Ravens, couldn't stop Lamar Jackson. 5 touchdowns. I don't know, but I know one thing. I don't know how to feel, but I know I'm not mad. I want them, not saying I'm a true fan. I want them to lose. They should lose. Trust and believe. Hall of Fame worthy. I love my New York Giants, okay? But I need them to lose. And it seems the coach wants us to lose too. I mean, in the Saints game, played a tough game. Defense, for the last couple of weeks, been playing tough. Even though they gave up 5 touchdowns to Lamar Jackson, they have been playing tough. The offense, as you know, what can you say about the offense? It's not there. A lot of injuries. It's just not there right now. And I'm glad it's not there. Tyrone Tracy, still outstanding rookie running back. We got outstanding rookies all across the board. Tight ends, defensive backs. Future's looking bright for us. Phillips, one of the highest rated cornerbacks in the NFL right now. If you ask me, that's due to the GM. A lot of y'all might not like what the GM is doing. I damn sure didn't like what the GM did with Saquon. But as far as his drafting, last draft, he did his thing. Came up with some key players that can be a shining piece for us in the future. All across the board, offense and defense, from running back to tight end to cornerbacks. I'm anxious to see who he drafts for his quarterback. A lot of people online saying, listen, he walked into a mess. Him and Coach DeBoer walked into a mess. They did. And I said it before, and I'm gonna say it one more time. Maybe that was Joe's plan all along. Our GM's plan all along is to expose Daniel Jones. If that meant getting rid of Saquon, because Saquon was his safety blanket. You got rid of his safety blanket and see how he could do in the cold weather. And I don't really mean cold weather, but I mean if you take away his blanket, he ain't got no protection from the outside elements, and expose him. You exposed him to what was out there. Did he fold? Did he do good? Did he stand up? Honestly, he looked like a bad quarterback, and maybe that was Joe's plan all along. Because some are saying that it was more of our owner than our GM that wanted to pay Daniel Jones. So, all right, so let's pay Daniel Jones. Let's get rid of and do Saquon a favor. Let him find work somewhere else. Joe is like, I want another quarterback. And only way to show our owner that this guy is not good is to expose him. So maybe that was a plan. I'm not saying it was, but it kind of makes sense. Even though he's taking the hit, and the team is taking a financial hit with giving Jones the money, but maybe it was more our owner's call, and not so much our GM's call. So, I mean, people said that online, and I think that makes sense. And if that was his plan, that's a damn good GM. Because listen, so now he really gets to now go and draft the quarterback that he sees that's going to be the Giants' future. Hit or miss, who knows? But he hit a home run with a lot of these rookies from this year. So who's to say that he won't hit another grand slam with our quarterback of the future? You never know. You never know. So let's give Joe a little more burn. Let's give him a little more time to clean up whatever's going on. Also, let's give our coach, and he's coaching the best way he can with what he has. A lot of Giants fans do not like him. He needs to go. You got planes flying, not drones. You got planes flying with banners 2 weeks in a row over the stadium before the game. Fire, like, get rid of this. It's a dumpster fire, and we're not gonna stop it till you fire everybody or you clean house or whatever it said. I understand. I'm a Giants fan. I feel your pain. We need to give this GM and the coach more time, at least one more year, to see what they can do. And also, if they do draft a great quarterback, you have to give them at least, I'd say, 2 more years, maybe almost 3, so they can build with the rookie quarterback. Offensive line upgraded some more, and we'll be all right. It starts with the offensive line, like I said before in past videos. So give the coach a chance. I don't like what the GM did with Barkley, but we also need to give him a chance too. He wasn't looking happy at the Baltimore Ravens game. We shared a picture of him sitting in the box, and he's just looking down like, wow. So big shout out to Joe, big shout out to Coach. You coaching a great game, and as far as helping us staying on track to lose, because during the Ravens game, for some reason, DeVito started and he looked like he was throwing passes and to look like he could win the game. They pulled him, said he had a concussion, and threw in number 12. So even he threw a touchdown pass though. Even Boyle threw a touchdown pass to Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers, big shout out. He had an 82-yard game versus the Ravens. 1 touchdown pass. And now, let me go into that real quick. Do you think we should be sitting our players, our good players? I think it's, I don't know if they're trying to get him a 1,000-yard season or what, and he wants his yards, but he's playing through injury. He's playing through, so why risk getting even more hurt? And I'm not saying quit on your team, but at the same time, when is it a good time to shut our good players down? The season is over, and we need to lose. So is it a good time right now to shut down all of our star players like the Brian Burns, Tibbs, Nabers, really Nabers? We don't need to waste him on this year like this. He's already playing hurt. Why keep playing him? Let him heal up for the next season. I understand he want to get 1,000 yards, but I see a big risk in him playing, especially how many times they're going to target him, how he falls all over the place. He's a receiver. How he catches the ball out of bounds and they're falling on his ankles, and anything can happen at this point, especially with MetLife's turf too. When is it a good time to shut down our star players and just wrap it up, see what you got in the bench players? When is it a good time? I'm not saying I want to quit, but we need to save Nabers. We need to save Burns. I don't know if they're playing for incentives and contract enhancers or what, but as far as the season goes, it's over, and I'm thinking that maybe they should sit. We're not trying to win games at this point. I think that we should sit our star players. Let me know in the comments what you think, because at this point, what more can happen except for injury? And at this point, or unless Neighbors wants to get 1,000 yards, Brian Burns want to get a couple of more sacks, but shut it down. If you ask me, you ask Hall of Fame worthy, shut it down. I don't want to risk Neighbors getting very hurt to where he get, God forbid, I'm not even going to mention it, because I'm already mentioning too much, but I just don't want that. DeVito broke some records against the Ravens. That's something good. 178 consecutive passes completed without an interception. And that was the longest streak in Giants history. Big shout out to Tommy DeVito for making Giants history. And that's in a nutshell what I want to talk about. Giants corner this week. Let's keep losing. Let's keep the goal going to get that #1 pick. And you heard me right, let's keep losing. But that's a fan wanting the best for his team for next year. We need that #1 pick, or even #2. We know if the Raiders get the #1 pick, they're taking Shedeur, we're taking Cam. I think Cam is a better fit for NY than Shedeur, even though Shedeur seems like he wants to play with the Giants. He wants to play with Neighbors. He was all in New York in the streets throwing passes and catching the ball with him and Neighbors. He's in an elevator showing the Giants football. It seems like he wanted to play for the Giants, even though reports say, oh, Deion is not going to let him, his father's not going to let him play for the Giants. Who knows, but it seems like he wants to play for New York. We'll see. But I like Cam. I'll take either one if you ask me, but really like Cam. Let me know in the comments if y'all like Cam, y'all like Shedeur. I know a lot of y'all so far saying y'all like Cam over Shedeur. Either one, we can't go wrong. Like I'm saying, man, shout out to all my Giants fans out there. Thank y'all for the support, and keep on showing support. I appreciate it. I love my New York Giants. It's Giants Corner, Hall of Fame worthy. Peace.